What's up, YouTube? I just thought I'd read a section from an article here that I thought was informative about booster vaccines. I'm gonna title this video "How Booster Vaccines Work." I'm gonna give credit to the BBC News article in their Future section, posted on the 14th January by Zaria Gorvett. Zaria Gorvett. Let's see here. Just read it and it was informative. Where did it go? Time to develop. How do they work? How do booster vaccines work? That's strange. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. All right, how booster vaccines work, and I'll read the example just above there. So when the immune system first encounters a vaccine, it activates two important types of white blood cells. First up are the plasma B cells, which primarily focus on making antibodies. Unfortunately, this cell type is short-lived, so although your body might be swimming in antibodies within just a few weeks, without the second shot, this is often followed by a rapid decline. Then there are the T cells, each of which is specifically tailored to identify a particular pathogen and kill it. Some of these memory T cells are able to linger in the body for decades until they stumble upon their target, meaning immunity from vaccines or infections can sometimes last a lifetime. But crucially, you usually won't have many of these cell types until the second meeting. The booster dose is a way of re-exposing the body to the antigens, the molecules on pathogens that trigger the immune system to initiate part 2 of the response. You've kicked in all of this fancy stuff, says Altman. So once you've had your boost, you have a higher frequency of memory T cells, and ditto to some extent for the size of the pool of memory B cells you'll have. They'll also be making higher quality antibodies. Interesting about the quality. Not sure how they measure that. On a second dose exposure to the same vaccine or pathogen, the B cells that remain from before are able to rapidly divide and create a menacing throng of descendants, leading to a second spike in the amount of antibodies circulating. Example of MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. Most vaccines require booster doses to work. The MMR vaccine, which is given to babies around the world to prevent these deadly childhood infections, around 40% of people who have received with just one dose are not protected from all three viruses, compared to 4% of those who have had their second. People in the former group are 4 times more likely to catch measles than those in the latter, and there have been outbreaks in places where a high proportion of people have not completed the full MMR vaccination schedule. The reason people are so keen on boosters and consider them so vital is that they kind of send you into this whole other kind of fine-tuning mode of your immune system response, says Danny Altman, professor of immunology at Imperial College London. You can typically, if you're in the United States, my understanding is that you can actually request a copy of your immunization records from your county, the Department of Health. If it's state-run, there's usually a state-run Department of Health. Check with them, or your local county also has a copy as well. The county you live in, they should be able to pull that record based on your name, birth date, and possibly other personal identification information. So personally identifiable information, PII. It takes a few days. I've done it myself and have a record, so it's good to know what you've had in the past, because who the heck remembers what you got as a baby. Yep, check it out.